See if anyone comes in, because it's, I don't know, I can't remember what time I said I was coming on at. Slippers on. Feet are getting cold. Oh. My corner. Have you got Corona? Are you okay? Yeah. Oh, I come in and there's 7 there. There's that number again. Ooh, I've just had a laugh on Facebook. I don't know what people thought because they're not used to me doing that over there, are they, Rachel? Oh, I don't normally go live on YouTube, do I? I mean, not YouTube, Facebook. I've got friends in there and everything, you know. I think I'm a lunatic, but then again, some of them are waking up. Hi, Don. Hi, Carol. Hi, Mark. Tapper, Rachel, Maria. The Don. Got me trump that, couldn't it? Who knows? Right, I'm just going to have to go and switch the heating on a minute. I've gone cold. Hang on. I can't remember if I just switched it on. Did I just switch it on? Or did I walk past it because I got my cat? Hang on. Hi everybody who's in. Bernice, who's just popped in extra. I had to laugh because today I ordered the other week, some new garden chairs and a little table, 2 garden chairs and a little table to sit out at night watching the stars, but when the sun comes out again because it's been cold today. But anyway, the guy comes to deliver it, no mask on or gloves or anything, you know, not that I'm bothered because, you know, and he comes to the door and he brings it in the house, touches it, right, no gloves on, but you know, we all know it's not what it said it is. And he goes, oh, you can't sign for it, you can't sign for it. And I'm thinking, I can't sign for it, yet you've come in my house, not that I'm bothered, like, with no gloves and mask on, with the box that was this big, come in my house with it and gone, you can't sign for it, but you've touched the box. And I thought, yeah, don't make sense, does it? 17 in the house. So hi. Oh, and hi Scott Ferguson as well. Hi everybody in chat. So I've just been over to, hi John Binney, I've just been over to Facebook. I know Rachel was in there, but I don't normally go live in Facebook because there's a lot of sleeping people over there. But I did sort of say a few things and then start playing a song that I might have to show you now and just do the whole thing again because it was pretty funny. I think I'll show you now just to get it out of the way while I'm thinking about what I was actually going to come on and say because I've nearly forgot. But got to listen to this song, it's hilarious. You know Adele who sings hello. So sorry Rachel, you're going to have to go through this again.
Hello, it's me. I'm in California dreaming about going out to eat just a burger with cheese or a shaken margarita, baby back ribs from Chili's. Hello, can you hear me? I am shouting out to neighbors who I used to like to see when we were outside and free. Is there something else to watch besides the news and Finding Dory? The social distance between us, and I'm freaking out.
I'm not.
Hello from the
inside.
It's just me and myself and I. And a stay home order that's breaking my heart. But it's clearly what we should have done from the start. Hello from Corona Life. I FaceTime called 1,000 times to show you I'm sitting right here on the couch. What's the point of putting on pants anyhow anymore?
Hi everyone.
Hello, how are you? Do your fingers hurt from scrolling through the cat memes on your iPhone? I hope that you're well. Did you ever make it out of that town before they closed the Costco? It's no secret that the both of us haven't showered yet. Hello to Corona Life. The saints stay home till July. Jesus Christ Almighty, can you please send me strength? I'm so sick and tired of my own goddamn face. Hello from self-quarantine. I'm begging Amazon to please. After sending more soap, can you please figure out how to send a box of my friends to my house? I'm so bored.
I'm not bored.
I'm so bored. It's just me and myself and I. And a stay-home order that's breaking my heart. But it's clearly what we should have done from the start. Hello from Corona Life. I FaceTime called 1,000 times to show you I'm sitting right here on the couch. What's the point of putting on pants anyhow anymore?
I'm going to play the other ones. I'm going to go through it, Rachel, because they were ace. Yes, I've kept up. Well, I ain't catched up with my archery. I can still do my archery because the weather's not bad. My hoops are over there. Yes, I have been hooping. The next song, I'm just going to go through these songs just to get you in the vibe because this guy's ace called Chris Mann with 2 N's. Let's go through the next one and I'm going to sing along on it. Got to get you in the vibe tribe. Right, let's do Vogue. I love this one. You ready? Because Madonna's going down anyway.
Stay at home. Look around. Everywhere you turn is COVID. It's everywhere that you go. Just look around. I know you tried everything you can to escape this social distance should show. I should settle into the quarantine. fighting the corona curve. They say the cure is something you and me. It's called a sick day. So bitch, you best stay home. Stay home.
Oh my god. Hang on, I'm the wrong way around. Let me see if I can switch. Switch? Has it switched? Oh my god. No. No. Sorry guys, I was trying to switch and it won't let me do it, so I can't. I just realised I was the wrong way up because I was on Facebook, but never mind. I'll just have to stay like this. Yeah, we're just going through this, Sue, for the people that haven't seen it.
Tell me more. Read a book. That's the thing that's filled with paper, but I can't tell you for sure. Can't say for sure. It ain't no difference if you're black or white. Corona's coming for you. Do the cool thing, I would just stay inside. You're a hermit star.
I'm a hermit star.
Yes, that's what you are. You know it. Come on, stay home. Work remotely, hands on your knees. Come on, stay home. Watch the TV and eat your feelings. Home is where the heart is. Don't forget your friends outside it. First day in feels like magic, but soon you'll be a black shit lunatic.
Did you hear that? Remember when I say batshit? He went, soon you'll be a batshit lunatic. Listen. I love that bit.
Home is where the heart is. Don't forget your friends outside it. First day in feels like magic, but soon you'll be a batshit lunatic. I've got to go. Oh my God, get me the fuck out of here! I said good night, stay home. Home is where the heart is. Hands up your meeting. Netflix, Hulu, HBO, Bachelor and Game of Thrones, Conan, Ellen, QVC. Eat the cover of a magazine. Churn, butter, needle point. Pick your nose and smoke a joint. Wrap your head up like a nun. Pornhub masturbation. We love Fortune, Oprah's Own, the greatest British baking show. Modern Family, Shark Tank 2, Grace and Frankie, we love you. Fixer, Upper, Will and Grace, Deep Talk Show, Premeditate. Don't go out there, let's sit to it. Couch potato, there's nothing to it. Stay home, 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 home. Stay home. You got to work remotely and to your knees. You got to dance, watch your TV and eat your seeds. You got to dance. Stay home, 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 home. Okay.
And it's so funny as well because he did one about a toilet roll. And I'm going to show you that one. And he does mention Trump in it going, he said we'd all be fine. That's because we know it's all going to be fine. This one. My corona.
I need toilet paper, toilet paper, toilet paper. I'm out of toilet paper. It's my corona. I need toilet paper, toilet paper, toilet paper. I'm out of toilet paper. It's my corona. Got to make a grocery run. Well, that sounds fun. Why am I out here risking my life? Corona, where's a goddamn parking space? Shit, I touched my face. Wait, I think I finally caught my corona. Stop it, don't be panic, go inside. No organic, oh no, all GMO. Jesus Christ, now I panic, I'll die. My corona. Out of toilet paper, it's my corona. Don't come any closer, huh? I'll mess you up. I'm just coming in for some white Corona. Kroger's full of empty shelves. What the hell? Yes, I'm stocking up on boxed white Corona. Nothing's making sense. No more friends. No more basketball kids. Are home from school. It's raining too. And I'm losing my Corona. My Corona. I need toilet paper, toilet paper, toilet paper. Out of toilet paper is my Corona. I need toilet paper, toilet paper, toilet paper. Out of toilet paper is my Corona. When you gonna get to me? Get to me. Is it just a matter of time, Corona? Will I kill my family in quarantine? Or is it just a game in my Corona? Then there's Donald Trump. What the fuck? Why you shaking hands and keep telling us nothing's up? That we're gonna be
Because we are.
my Corona. My Corona. So sick of my Corona. Hey. My Corona. My
Oh, anyway, it's gone off. I've hit it off. Anyway, that was hilarious. My Corona. Down, 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 down. We don't really talk about the coronavirus on here really much because we all know it's a bit of a farce with certain stuff, if you know what I'm saying, and we're not really feeding into it. And on my channel, I'm not even feeding into 5G either because it can be switched. I heard people talking about it the other night. I've been saying since, I don't know, before Christmas, 5G can be switched. If you think of Tesla power, which I'm going to talk about in a bit, it can be switched. If it can be switched to hurt people, it can be switched not to hurt people. So I don't even feed into that either. All fear mongering. Yeah, so he was great. So I forgot what I was going to come on and talk about. Anyway, I think your dad's just sent me something. So what's that? Oh, Weekend Warriors put one up. And Weekend Warriors Second Amendment shall not be infringed. That was about guns and stuff, but they'll be watching that one because we all know why they did the false flags at schools to get the guns. But anyway, won't go into that right now. So this is going to be a bit of a mismatch. But hi to everybody in chat. I'm just on one now, so I won't be shouting everybody's names out just yet. Anyway, talking about Tesla, which is really funny. Something the other day said, thanks to you, I'm starting to lose touch with RFB. What? Who's that? Who's that? Am I just being daft? I don't know who RFB is. Who's RFB? What does that stand for? And something came in my head going, go and watch Rich from Boston. Oh, thanks to you, I'm starting to lose touch with. Oh, I don't know what you're going on about. Rich from Boston. Oh, Richie from Boston. Oh, I don't know. Anyway, so something said Wrinkle in Time. And I thought Wrinkle in Time. Oh, that film with Oprah Winfrey. And I'm not going to look at Oprah Winfrey. I don't watch Richie from Boston, so I don't know. So I thought Wrinkle in Time, you know, time. So I thought, yeah, if anyone's fair pawning, I wouldn't bother. Even SGT report's been doing it, fair pawning. I think people, it's polarities are pulling apart, and there's a lot of people who are just not trusting in stuff, so they think they've gone into fear, and then they're spouting all stuff out because they're hearing stuff. They're not listening here, they're just hearing stuff. Yeah, if he thinks Q is bullshit, then, well, you know, yeah. So, anyway. So, I watched the film last night. I had to pay for it. And yes, I know it's got Oprah Winfrey in it, but I weren't looking at it. I was looking at the message. Now, I wrote it down. You can go and look for yourself. But I was thinking of Tesla. And then that film came in. And I thought, well, that was that film. So, I started watching the film. And I saw, because this is all going somewhere at the end of this as well. A Wrinkle in Time. It was about a guy who could travel the universe with his mind, because you can travel the universe with your mind. And there's all little snippets that I wrote down that was said in it, like the wound is the place where the light enters you. Well, yes, it is, because what have I said? When you wake up to your ascension, to your awakening, whatever you want to call it, it's normally through trauma, through a wound of trauma, of whatever that trauma is. You know, everyone's trauma is different, but the pain is the same. So they said that in it. I was just jotting bits down. Then the man and the woman that were in it. Hi Dolly, sorry, but oh no, I was tired as well. We will. Don't worry, Amanda. Because I was on for quite a lot the other night, so I was tired anyway. I would have been tired. So in this film, the man and woman in it, sorry to spoil it and all that, but you will see this in it because some people watch things and they don't pick things up. Hi. So the man and woman that were married in it, now he wanted to touch the stars just like Tesla did, and he was and at the beginning of the film, it showed you the little girl playing with her dad. I don't know what they're called, where they put like a plate down, a metal plate, and they put sand on it or salt or something. When you put a vibration on underneath it, if you've seen it, it turns into loads of patterns because of the frequency. And they were looking for the frequency, the right frequency to be able to travel in the universe by your mind. So I was like, this sounds a bit like Nikola Tesla. So anyway, the woman says they're going through what they said at this meet-up, like what they wanted to tell people about what they'd found. So she goes, the woman, I'm into atoms. I'm into the small things, atoms and particles. That's funny because so am I. Atoms and particles of light, particles, the unseen, able energies that we move through, that move through us all. And I thought, I know shit Sherlock with the orbs. They're photonic particles, aren't they? Little atoms of light, little particles of light, little, do you know what I'm saying? And then he said, your dad is into the big stuff, which it meant like, he said, what if we are not in the universe, but what if the universe is within us? And this is what I've been saying, it is. And that's why you go within, because you are your own little universe. You create your reality. So I was like, I'm liking it already. And we're only at the beginning of the film. Then he said, think about the quantum entanglement. I thought, here we go. Quantum entanglement. Two electrons, let's say, once bonded together, because this is what they say when they split. Think of the dark crystal. Two electrons once bounded together, say, in love, suddenly separated by a galaxy that somehow still, I'm trying to read this, still connected and unbroken union despite being galaxies apart. Now think of the dark crystal as in the Skeksis and the mystics were together, were one, and then they separated, and that's like a bit them ones that didn't wanted to be separated from God, from source or whatever. But back in the uni of things, they did come back together, didn't they? In the time of the Great Conjunction, like the Great Awakening. What's happening now? We are coming with our physical mind to our spiritual mind, and it's coming together. These fields connect us to the dimensions, fields of energy, fields, other dimensions outside the limitations of space and time. That's why we go with him. Imagine that, and then everyone started laughing that he was saying it to. Your name appearing blue. Oh, because you're not a moderator. That's why there's a lot of mods in. That's why it looks like your thingy. Rather than enduring, hang on. Right. Rather than enduring I think it says impresses of time and space, we could wrinkle it. And everyone's like, no. And he went, 91 billion light years travelled like that. And he snapped his fingers like that. Travelled like that. Everyone started laughing. He said, don't need rockets, spaceships, because if you know about like that sort of stuff in the quantum, you don't need rockets and spaceships. You don't need rockets and spaceships. You don't need anything. And then I ring this bit because he went, we're going to utilise are you listening to the word? The Tesla machine. I thought, Tesla sounds like Tesla. I thought, yeah, because Tesla made some inventions. And then it says, tap into the right frequency. Well, Tesla did. The right frequency, and I've wrote Tesla in brackets, just need the mind. And they were all laughing at him and didn't believe him. And then he went missing and all this, that and the other. And then it says, he wanted to touch the stars. Well, if you know the story about Nikola Tesla, I was like, it's Nikola Tesla. And then it said, touch the stars and unlock the secrets of the universe. Well, that's what they always say about Tesla. That was one of his, like, the quotes that they say about him. And I just thought, Nikola Tesla, find its origin and shake its hand like sauce. No, I wasn't going to mention that. The thing that I got excited about was about Nikola Tesla, so I'm going to get to that after I've got through everything else. I'm getting there. Nikola Tesla, find its origin and shake its hand, and then it says follow the plan. I don't even know what that says. Oh, they were sort of, the man and wife were like, how do we wake people up? How do we get them to know this? How do we get them to like get to this point of sort of like knowing this? And they're not ready yet. And he was like, they're not ready yet. And he was like, well, what do we do? Wait till they catch up with us. It isn't enough to be right, but great. Why can't we help the others along or speed it up? That was sort of said in the force. Sounds a bit like the awakening, that. And then what was this bit? Oh, and then, yeah, in the film, these beings came and the little girl was like, oh, what are you? That's, why have you come here? And they said, oh, we are warriors that serve the good and the light in the universe. Sometimes we rescue, sometimes we guide. I'm played in guidance. Think of us as big-hearted. There's just snippets that I wrote down that I resonated with, and then it said, find the right, how to do this with your mind is to find the right frequency and faith in who you are. Light. And I was like, I wrote light. Who you are, and I thought, you've got to have faith with who you are. This is off the film, Wrinkle in Time. Dolly and chat are my only connection to sanity, thanks. And then there's a girl in it who, she didn't feel she was beautiful. And they were saying to her, you are beautiful, because you divinely created, you are beautiful. And she looks down like, And then the witch in it, she's called the witch, and it says, where are we? Because we went to this other place and we're at Orion, Orion star system. And then the girl says, why do I have to be in pain? Because she was in this pain because she lost a father. She'd gone finding a father. She was in pain, in trauma. Remember where the light comes in, where your wound is, your trauma. And the witch says, why do I have to be in pain? And then instead of glorious, because they were saying you're glorious, and she was like, no. And the girl says, the witch says, you don't Tessa well, which means Tessa meant when they sort of go through different dimensions, how you do it with your mind. You don't Tessa well. And the girl said, in what way? Because I don't see or feel or see anything when I Tessa. And that says to me, like, she's not seeing things in the dimensions. A little brother, if you watch the film properly, you'll know what I mean. She didn't see things. And this is what I say to people. When you're not on the right frequency, you don't see things. When I see the autumn stuff, you don't see things if you're not in the right frequency. So she said, I don't feel or see anything. So the witch says, and she's like the universal thing. It is Oprah Winfrey like, but, I was just listening to the message. She said, and you won't. Because, she said, and you won't until you become one with the universe and within yourself. Because when you know yourself and you become one with the universe and you connect, You will see these things. It happened to me. I've experienced it. The little girl says, as it is, it's like you don't want to return. Oh no, the witch says, like, as it is, it's like you don't want to return as yourself because she's seen this other girl that was like her in a different reality, different looking, but her. Like she didn't feel good enough because a lot of people don't. It's like you don't want to return as yourself when you go back home. So the girl says, any way I can return as someone else that I might like, because she just didn't feel, she was good enough. And then the witch says, and I ring this off because it's very important. Do you realise how many events, choices that need to occur since the birth of the universe leading to the making of you? Just exactly the way you are. You are all fine, beautiful the way you are. You don't have to pretend to be something else. And then the girl says, I guess I never really thought about it like that. And the witch says, because that's the name in it, maybe now's the time to start thinking about it. And people should think about that because people don't think about that because they think it's woo-woo. And then I'll come into chat in a minute when I finish this off. Then what was this? I don't even know what that says. Oh, there was a guy who was balancing Orion. He was a balancing guy. And he said, well, you don't understand the importance of balance or moderation, the happy medium. And this is why this stuff is happening. This stuff is happening, all right, because it has to, because of the importance of balance and moderation. We haven't been in moderation or balance. And it is a really good film despite who's in it. And then it says, center yourself. Relax, close your eyes, open your memories. Spine long. You just talked about meditating, and that was really good. And then what I ringed off again is they were having a discussion, and then it said the only thing in the universe that travels faster than light is the dark. Well, there we go. So listen to this, because this is the truth for what's going on. The only thing in the universe that travels faster than light is the dark. Remember Neverending Story, the nothing? And it says that it's called the dark, invades the place inside of us where hope and joy lives. It replaces it with jealousy and judgment and pain and despair. This is what it does. Dark. One person at a time until fear takes over, because this is what's happening now with all this fear-mongering virus stuff. One person at a time until the fear takes over and fear turns to rage and rage leads to violence, then there's a tipping point. If we do not act soon, because this is what's happening now, this is why it had to happen, darkness will fall across the universe. We are in search of warriors. Whoop, whoop, light warriors. There's a lot of us out there. There's a lot in chat. We can fight the it. Who can bring hope back? And she's talking to the little girl. Your father. And then source. I was just thinking source, God. Be a warrior. You can. And then your father sounds like a good man, it said. And then it said, center yourself. Because she had to visualize. And there was this woman who kept coming up with weird things. And she said, you need to make a plan. Planning is essential. And then she goes, quoted Churchill. You'll be tested. We're all being tested. Give them something to help them. They had to give the children something to help them when they went in this time with when the it was there, this darkness. So they give them different gifts and stuff to help them. I won't go through all that, but it says, and it was a planet of many faces, so you get tricked and everything, which ours has been a planet of many faces if you think about it, two-faced, because you think some people are good and they're not, the bad, and vice versa. We shall meet again in the thunder, lightning, or in the rain. And that was by Shakespeare. And then it says, they hear you when you cry. Oh, it's a song. I'm going to read it out. It's a song. I'll find that in a minute. But basically, at the end, she's fighting against a brother who went a bit dark. And she had to say, I love you, Charles Wallace, I love you, Charles Wallace, but I love your cookies, it was the frequency of love, the hidden frequency was love, as we all know it's love. And then all the darkness broke away. But that is what's happening. If you're fearing, you're bringing the dark energy, and the dark energy is quite strong. But if everyone feared, that dark energy will take over. That's what they wanted. You have to be the light in the dark. She broke it down. The dark disappeared. There was all light particles and everything. It is a really good film. You don't have to get triggered about who's in it. But it was about Tesla. She found her father. She brought her father back. Sorry to mess it up, but you need to go and watch it. Tesla power. He wanted to touch the universe. We can travel there within our minds. So it was ace. But that went into what I found out today and what happened last night. So I'm going to go into it now. So I can't remember if it was in bed last night before I went to bed or if it was first thing this morning, because I don't know what day it is or anything at the minute. But I heard Trump saying, and I don't think I've got it and I'm not going to go and find it, but on one of his speeches, he said something about a generator, and I thought, has he said something wrong there? What did it, you know what he's like, coded? And I thought, generator. He's talking about masks, generator, Nikola Tesla power, because we all know free energy's coming back. And then I got sent this, and I went, boom, 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 boom. Oh, it's speeding. I don't know what day it is or anything. Don't know what month it is. Don't know what. I don't know anything at the minute. Before, I was supposed to be coming on air, and I looked at the time and I was like, oh my God, like, what? So, you know, I've been banging on about Tesla for ages and Trump and Tesla. And right, this was on a tweet, and I'm going to show you the pictures in a minute, but I'm going to read out what was said at Trump's speech. As soon as I heard generator, I was all over it. You know, I hear things that some people don't sometimes. Story time. Right. A long time ago, Tesla had the dream of free energy. Because if you haven't looked up Tesla, you should do. He had a dream of free energy for the world because he was for humanity. He built the towers. It's funny how Trump Towers are called Trump Towers, isn't it? Trump Towers. He built the towers and proved it could work. When he died, probably murdered actually, then Trump's uncle procured Tesla's life work, and nobody heard anything again. Now, I've been saying this for ages with Trump and his uncle knew Tesla, and everyone goes, no, he was in with the government. No, he wasn't. He was a scientist, and he got the papers, and then sort of went quiet for a bit, you know. So Trump knows about energy. Anyway, and nobody heard anything again. Fast forward some years, now we have buildings all over the country with massive spires on the top. And I've always said that anything with a spire on church or anything is Tesla power. It's free energy they're not telling you about. That's why church spires have metal and things in it. But think about Trump Towers. He wanted them quite high, remember? And they're all over. There's loads of Trump Towers. All over the country with massive spires on top that are supposed to be for radio transmissions. Now they're not. Under those buildings is a massive tunnel system that almost no one has ever seen. Safe for a select few. Fast forward. We are in the storm. Trump's orders the military deployed Army, National Guard, Army Corps of Engineers. Then Trump orders auto manufacturers, this is what he said the other day, not electronic manufacturers, to mass produce ventilators. Now, he said ventilators, but ended up saying generator. And I was like, generator? Oh my God, he's talking about Tesla power. Because I know I've been saying this for ages, that they're going to bring free Tesla energy. If you've been watching me, I've been saying it for ages. Because that's what I'm into, that I love that story. To mass produce ventilators. Then during his presser today, he slips and says generators. Not once, but twice. What's going on? I knew what was going on. I saw it straight away. I think Tapper's put, is that in chat? Oh, that's Twitter. I knew straight away. I got very excited and woke up the morning to this because I didn't even see this. What's going on? What's the most rational conversation of an automotive manufacturing? It's my sister. She'll have to wait. Auto manufacturing plant, auto ventilator or auto generator, Tesla coil. Whoop, 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 whoop. You know it's coming. Free energy, Passover's coming. Trump is setting the country up for free energy, and we'll get it. Everyone will get it. It'll be worldwide. And the National Guard and Army Corps of Engineers are going to be installing these generators with unfettered ability due to the lockdown. That's why we're in lockdown as well. The additional 30 days is required because they are behind schedule. So there's a lockdown because things are getting done, and that's why stuff might go down as well. It says the end. That makes proper sense to me. As soon as I heard generator, I was like, oh my God, it's Tesla power. And then they're showing the pictures of, you know, the big skyscrapers and that with the things on, you know, the spires. And then you've got buildings like this. That might be Trump's, I don't know. But, you know, we've got this, and look, it's red and blue. The lights are red and blue. Input, output, positive, negative. Just saying, battery. And then this thing, I don't know if this is Seattle. I don't know. Americans might know. But that does look like a Tesla tower hidden in plain sight. Whoop, 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 whoop. Because the point is up there. Oh my God. And that's why 5G ain't going to affect us, because that's just a fear-mongering thing as well. So that's the thing that, I'm sorry, you might have thought I was coming out with something else, but that's the thing that I got very, very excited about, because that's the thing that I always get very excited about with Trump and Trump's uncle, if you haven't looked into it. But we all found this out, especially through Q and Nikola Tesla and Maria Orkic at the Frill Society. So I was very excited. Very excited. Yes. Also, I don't even know what I was going to come on here saying, because I'm so excited I don't know what I'm talking about now. So what do you all think about that? Passover's coming. Passover? Passover of what? Energy? Oh yeah, and also, Tapper said it, and then I said it to him, and I was like, no way, did you see it? And I saw it as well. Now, we all know I see orbs, and energy admits out of us, and the naysayers can say what they want, because I'm really not interested. And it admits out of us, and that's why, yeah, free energy now, millions out of work overnight, won't be immediate. Exactly, it won't be immediate, but, you know, there's good things coming, and that's what people's got to hold on to. But also, I saw Trump saying something, and then I went back and looked at it, and I went, oh my God, Trump's got orbs around him, but he would have pure light orbs around him because he's prayed on every day. And I'm going to tell you a little story in a minute as well. I see the orbs. I know I've been seeing a lot of channels lately with white pure orbs in, because we know photonic light's coming in, and we'll get helped by different light things and all this stuff that's coming in. Good ass energy. It's getting stronger and stronger. And then I went, oh my God, he's got orbs around him, but he would have, because he knows about energy and he gets prayed on every day. So I'm going to show you it. You might not be able to see it. You might have to go and check it out yourself. Some people go, and it's dust, because that's all people do say. Who don't see, who haven't got the eyes to see. Oh, not that one. So Tapper will put it in chat, but where is it? Now I've lost it. I've lost it. Why has it just disappeared? Oh, sorry, I think it's this one. Yeah, it's this one. So, you might not be able to see this right at the beginning. And I know what orbs look like. Pure white light, so I know. But I don't know if it's going to pick up on here. So let me get him coming on. I mean, obviously you'll get flies flying about, but...
DeWine, the great, there's no developed by Abbott.
Trying to find it. Now here he comes. It might not show up on here. You might have to go and check it out yourself. Oh, for God's sake.
Appreciate everybody being here. Beautiful day in the Rose Garden. Tremendous distance between chairs. Social distancing. You practice it very well. We appreciate it. That's great. I want to start today by highlighting several critical developments on both the testing and treatment that will help us win our war against the coronavirus. On Friday, the FDA authorized a new test developed by Abbott Labs that delivers lightning-fast results in as little as 5 minutes. That's a whole new ballgame. I want to thank Abbott Labs for the incredible work they've done. They've been working around the clock. Normally, this
Hang
approval
on. See if I can
process
spot it.
from the FDA would take 10 months and even longer. Before this development, we've been doing more. It's also one of the reasons that we're just about the lowest in terms of what the Army Corps of Engineers
Oh,
did.
there it is. Hang on.
Engineers and
Watch over this side.
General Pavlovchek, who's here with us, is going to say a few words in a little while. What the Army Corps of Engineers did, along with FEMA in New York,
Just
was
went-
incredible. They built
Did you see it?
2,900 beds worth of hospital, an incredible hospital in the Javits.
Thing is, you'll have to go and check the video out and watch it from the beginning when he comes on stage, and you'll see. Some people go, "Oh, it's flies and that," but you'll see the things I get. You'll see it. If you don't, you don't. But me and Tapper saw it, and we both hadn't even spoke to each other. And he said, "Did you see it?" And I went, "Yeah, that's what I was sending you the video for." So I can't see anyone in chat because I've just blocked you all. But yes, saw it. Did you see it? Well, when you go and actually watch it with a fine tooth comb, you will see there's orbs around him. And like I said, he gets preyed on every day, and my dad saw it, and yeah, and they flash as well. So when people say, "Oh, they're just flies," yeah, there will be flies there, but they weren't. I know what they look like personally. Tapper does because Tapper's seen them as well. And I was just like, all the people that I resonate with that I know are good people have got white orbs coming around them. So we all know there's something going on. As I said, with the dead twinkly stars, the light forces coming in and all that sort of good stuff. So I'm like, oh my God. And then I was talking to my dad today and he was saying about, was it 777 Crow 777? Did a chat ages ago. Yeah, please check it out. Check it out for yourself. You know, don't believe everything I say. And something about someone ages ago we used to go on about, and I know Tapper, you said this as well, about the tiny little flies and birds and things that they could have injected you with, tiny little nano flies and that, which I have heard before. But they were saying they could have got Trump with it. They could have killed Trump, and this guy wanted to, warn Trump that they could get him this way. But as we all know, they've tried to assassinate him quite a few times, probably more than 17 now, and they can't do it because they've always said he's not protected, he's insulated. Now the thing is, and my dad said something like, they said like and I knew what my dad was going to say, an aura. Well, we all have our own aura field, and yeah, it's a new one, that one. We all have an aura field, and when it's high, it keeps you safe from different frequencies and things. But if it's low, that's why they want you in fear, because it lowers your energy fields. If anyone gets what I'm saying. So I said, well, yeah, but Trump would know that. And he did shout out a few years ago, I've got more energy than Biden or whoever he was talking about at the time, Bernie Sanders or somebody. I've got more energy, don't you think? Because he knows about energy. Of course, through his granddad, his uncle, who knew Tesla. So he knows all about that and all this stuff that we're not told about. So I'd say, yeah, it's getting quite interesting now. Orbs everywhere and going on and stuff like that. Yeah, that's a new ring. I can't remember what stone it is. It was one Mark Bajeski was talking about the other day, and I can't remember. But I always like the blue ones. Can't remember what stone it is. I'll have to find out. Secondhand. But it's real silver with a gemstone in it. But yeah, so I'm just feeling just amazed every day. I can't sleep because I'm excited, and I'm just like so happy that humanity's waking up more and more, and we're seeing it happen, and we're just here like Laura Whitworth says, to be the light, to shine in the dark. La Mer, La Mer. Yeah, it might be. I can't. Yeah, it probably is. I think it is that, but I can't say it. To be the light in the dark, that's what we have to be. And a song off the film A Wrinkle in Time. I'm just going to find it now because it's somewhere. Did I take a picture of it? I don't know what the tune was, but the song was great. Was Dolly, what was in the box when you first came on? Box? What box? Box? A box? What box is that? Hi everyone. Box? I don't know. I think it was this song. I don't know the tune. You said it was as tall as you. What? You said it was as tall as you. Oh, it was garden chairs for outside. 2 garden chairs. Right. This song, I don't know the tune, but it's in the theme tune thing for A Wrinkle in Time, but I loved the words. So it said, some people stand, some people move through times, some people stand, some people move, though times don't last, but tough people do. As long as you've got hope, you'll find your way. There's power in thoughts that you think. There's power in the words you say. We know there is. Never put yourself down and stop talking in negative ways of this isn't happening or it's the bad side coming in. The more you put that out, the more it comes in. That's how the dark comes in. Magical words. Like I can, I will, I am. No fear, no fear. Today I saw a rainbow in the rain. It told me I can do anything. If I believe, I believe, I believe in me. I believe, I believe, I believe in me. And you should believe in yourself. I got the light inside of me. I've got no choice but to let it breathe. As long as there is, I don't know what that says, as long as there is something, it's anywhere I go. If I follow my dreams, I'll end up building a yellow brick road, which takes to the Emerald Castle, which is your heart because it's green. Today I saw a rainbow in the rain. It told me I can do anything. If I believe, I believe, I believe in me. I believe, I believe in me. I'm living my best life. I'm a flower that's blooming like roses in spring. Living my best life. I'm wearing a crown that only fit for a queen. I'm glorious. I'm victorious. A warrior. Let's ride. They were looking for warriors in this film. Today, I saw a rainbow in the rain. It told me I can do anything. If I believe, I believe in me. I believe in me. Believe in yourself. When times got hard, I went harder. The best thing I ever did was believe in me. I believe. It was just I just loved it. The song was quite nice. I'm just looking for some other stuff. So it is a good film. You don't have to get triggered by using it. It was the actual message in it. Also, I think Dave, you sent it to me if you're in chat. Is Dave in chat? But I have come across this woman and she's really good. And I liked what she put up about oh yeah, and if anyone's not noticed that Trump has been stood next to had the boats in the background of the comforter, and there's a big like plus sign because you know, Q plus is POTUS. So I forgot what I was going to say. Yeah, this lady was going on about David Icke. Now, I've always said I wasn't sure about David Icke because he's on the Q map and he's under Alex Jones, and we all know Alex Jones is a traitor. And I've said to you before, Alex Jones put some truth out but then they sway it. So when he was into Q, and then he said it was rubbish. And David Icke, what I don't like about David Icke, and I've never liked about David Icke, is that the fact that he calls Trump. And he goes on about game players and all that, and Trump's a game player. Now, if he really knew all that stuff and how everything worked, he'd know that Trump was going for the Satanist. But then again, maybe he must be one. And this is what this woman said. So it's really good, and I want you to listen to what she's saying. She's into a channel's called something like 5D, 3D, 5D, and I'm going to show you in a minute. She's into all the manifesting, but she's into Q as well, and she knows what's going on, and she calls it out. And she also calls it out as, calling Trump a puppet, because David Icke calls Trump a puppet. I've said to people before, Trump is not a puppet, because he's not got no puppet masters over him. The puppet masters are for the dark side. He isn't a puppet because he got asked to come in. And anyone who thinks that, I just think, I'd like to see you say that to his face, because he isn't a puppet master. He isn't a puppet, sorry. He's not a puppet. He's a patriot. There's a difference. You get asked to come in. You're a puppet if you didn't get asked to come in and you've been shoved in and you've been told to do what you want because someone's pulling your strings. Well, you got asked. There's a difference. Yeah, so I'm going to play it for all of you and you can listen to it. So, and she's really good channel to go over anyway. Like I said, I tried to bring stuff. I was watching her the other day on, can't remember which one she was going on about. It wasn't this one, because I think this was a recent, I think this was today, was it, or yesterday? But the lovely, and I know Tapper's just put it in chat. I have to find it now. Oh, there she is. So, not that one.
One of the key.
So, her channel is, she's done one about, she's going through all the Q stuff really, but where's the one? Is that not from today? Where's the David Icke one? Oh, yeah, the David Icke one was a month ago. But like I said, he does have truth in what he says. It's just they'll put you off by saying something else because he's got a load of mass following him. But then, let's see, they won't think Trump's good because they believe everything David Icke's saying. Because he does put truth out, but it's not where we got it from. So let's just see what she says, because she was brilliant. And what's brilliant about her is she's actually researched and she shows you pictures. So a channel is called 3D to 5D Consciousness. So there's someone else in the spiritual realms, knows about Q and knows what's going on. And she sort of says things like the way I've said it in the past, and, stuff we'll just go over in a minute. So getting warm now. So I'm going to play it. So it says, David Icke exposed, another deep state player fooling almost everyone. So let's see what she says.
Hi there, beautiful divine awakening souls. My name is Nyla Nguyen. Welcome to 3D to 5D Consciousness. This channel is about helping you to expand your consciousness, helping you to become your 5D galactic being, and as well as the spot for galactic beings. If you're new to this channel and broadcast, welcome to this channel. If you're a returning viewer and subscriber, thank you so much for tuning in and giving me your attention. I have a very special episode for you guys today. I'm sure many of you guys watching this broadcast are a fan of David Icke. I'm sure that you guys believe that he is one of us, helping the light, helping the alliance, exposing the truth, and helping the human collective become more awakened. I'm going to share your different perspective to share you.
Hang on, I'm not comfortable with I can't turn this around, so I'm going to try and right, hang on a minute. Because I can't turn this around, I've got in an itchy eye, I can't turn this around to hold this properly, so
The real David Icke, the real agenda, the real motive behind his movement, behind his work in awakening the collective consciousness. Okay, so let's begin from the beginning. Who is David Icke and where did he get his research from? Now, I have information here, research here, evidence here that David Icke is not a real researcher. He is a regurgitator. Okay. Researchers always cite their sources or show people where they get their information from, how they come to about with their information. Now, David Icke entire life's work talking about secret societies, reptilian aliens, talking about Saturn, the moon, the matrix, holographic reality, symbolism, the shadowy government. Everything that he talks about and writes about is actually not his own work. They are based off of the work of Jordan Maxwell. He is the real researcher. He is the real McCoy that brought all of this knowledge into the scene.
Don't forget, this is how a lot of these people work. They steal people's information and they use it to look like they came out with it. So it does make sense what she's saying. And well, it makes sense anyway, because like I said, I've never fully trusted him, even though he said the truth, because Alex Jones did that, because he's always slagging Trump off all the time.
Icke was actually being mentored by Jordan Maxwell. Jordan Maxwell was the one that financed his career, that actually introduced David Icke into America, and it actually started him doing tours in America. So Jordan Maxwell is really the forefather of all of this. He is the one that actually started this whole awakening. But then back then, people just knew about David Icke because he was being heavily promoted, pushed more into the mainstream. Oh, you're gonna see why that is. Okay, now you would think that given all of this support and help that Jordan Maxwell has provided for David Icke, that David Icke would actually at least credit the man for helping finance his career, credit the man for mentoring him and give him this information, all this knowledge that he has. But he's not. Nowhere in his research, nowhere in his books, nowhere in his lectures or talk does he ever mention Jordan Maxwell's name. Here, I have a clip of Jordan Maxwell, how he really feels about David Icke.
Well, I'm the one that brought David Icke to America, incidentally. So if you like David Icke, I'm the one that brought him here. If you don't, I'm the one that brought him here, and I'm not very happy about that. I'm very unhappy with David Icke. But anyway,
Thank you.
Yeah, I brought David Icke to America, and I financed him to make him a star. I seen the day he doesn't even talk to me, doesn't even say hello.
Now, knowing what you just know about now, do you really honestly still believe that David Icke is the real researcher, the real McCoy? I certainly don't. I totally lost all respect for David Icke, because if you are going to go out there and claim yourself to be the dot connector, which you're not, because that's also another marketing terminology that was that.
Right, so if he was a dot connector, he'd know that Q was real and what Q's going after, the whole human abuse rights and the satanic lot and all that's involved. He would know that, and if he talks about that like she says, he would know that.
Actually coined by Jordan Maxwell. He was the one actually describing himself as the person who sees a bigger picture. David Icke comes along and also steals that catchphrase as well too. Now, if you made millions of dollars stealing and ripping off someone's work and not even giving him the credit or even thanking him for all the work for all of the things that he's helped you build and support you in your career, that says a lot about your character. That says a lot about a person's integrity as well too. I don't like that type of person who is that ungrateful to someone who's going to give you all that knowledge, that kind of financial support, market you, get you on the name, get you into the spotlight, and get you out there promoting you, and you go around and you claim all of this was done by yourself, and you didn't have any support, you didn't have a mentor, you didn't have someone helping you with all this. Come on. For me, he's not a real researcher. He's a regurgitator, okay? And he's not no dot connector either. I'm going to show you why that is later on this.
And this is what I've said before, when people do stuff, I go on about stuff and share things, but I'm doing my work within, and I'm doing energy with the orbs, the stuff that I see when I'm meditating and seeing stuff. Oh, I've got a meditation for you after, actually, off somebody else. Experiencing. It's different when people aren't experiencing it, but they're only regurgitating stuff.
Broadcast. Now, let's move on to Arizona Wilder. this was the woman that also helped make David Icke famous for that interview that she did, revealing the reptilians, the Pindar, the kingpin of this matrix who's in control of this artificial matrix. I found her blog. Okay, Silence is Betrayal. She no longer goes by the name of Arizona Wilder. She goes by the name of Jennifer Ann Keeley. Okay. In this blog, she says quite a few details, and I'm not gonna be gullible and just believe a blog without doing some fact checking. So she disclosed some names of the doctors that pretty much tortured her and did MK Ultra mind control on her. Okay, so I did some fact checking, and according to what she revealed, these doctors' names checked out. The two prominent doctors that were torturing her and using her as an experiment, as a social experiment, their names were Wilder Penfield and Ewan Cameron. These two were prominent neurosurgeons that were studying out of McGill University. They were torturing, brainwashing, mind controlling, doing MK Ultra experiments.
We
with
know
the
about
Canadian
that.
government and the Central Intelligence Agency in America. Her life was basically an experiment in what they can do to a mind since infancy. They were actually studying her life, see what they can do in terms of MK Ultra, how much they can shatter the human mind. It's quite evil sadistic what these men were up to, actually. It's quite sad, her childhood and her whole life. But basically, in this blog, she exposed David Icke as well, too. She says that whole interview was staged, was all set up.
If anyone listening, the links are in the live chat off top of there.
I'm going to read directly from excerpts from her blog, so that way you can get an idea in her words the level of deception that was portrayed from David Icke and how she was.
Yep, Dave's saying, because there's all that going on as well. Netherlands president arrested in Norway, both ankle bracelet of a president from Norway. Country, he committed suicide. Exactly. It's all happening. Straight calm.
Being controlled and manipulated to say the things she was saying during that interview. Okay, so I did not realize that I was being prepared and programmed for an interview with David Icke, a former sportscaster turned conspiracy publicist, in order to perpetrate the system's media lie and programming. That interview took place within 5 months of the last episode, and the individuals magically appeared in my life to connect me with David Icke. During this interview, I was instructed not to motion or gesture with my hands by David Icke. As well, the decision was made that I could not wear my glasses, so I was unable to see as well. I was being prepared for this role by as early as 1996 and was programmed to change my name legally to Arizona Wilder, Wilder being Penfield's first name, and Arizona having to do with the follow-up and continued research of Wilder's Penfield's work on me by Arizona State University in Tucson. Okay, so in her own words, she's exposing David Icke to be a shield. Okay, he works with the Illuminati. His whole entire career has been a fraud and a deception to mislead the mass consciousness. You're gonna say, where is he misleading the mass consciousness? I'm gonna expose that to you later on during this broadcast. You're gonna see where he's leading the collective consciousness, and you're gonna make a decision on your own,
Collective
whether
consciousness.
this person is actually
It's all
working
about
with
our
light or
consciousness.
he's working with the dark ones. Okay, so now we have two people, Jordan Maxwell and Arizona Wilder, who has worked with him on a professional level, who have pretty much distanced themselves from him.
Yeah, I got Jermaine saying there, a cleaning mission, 60 deaths. Is it priests in the Vatican? So they say. Yep, it's all going on. Why all this While all this confusion and everything's going on with the virus out there's actually getting cleaned up, draining the swamp.
and have, you know, not to do anything with him. Dora Maxwell and Arizona Wild. She continues to blog about exposing the Illuminati, but she does not want to do anything with David Icke because she knows that he is misleading the mass consciousness, and she wants nothing to do with this Arizona Wild because that was a program name, that was a mind control name that she was instructed to do, and she had no consciousness or no recollection why she did this, what she did. Okay, now let's move on to David Icke's action, okay? Because action speaks louder than word. Now, you would think David Icke would be Donald Trump's.
Now, when she goes into Donald Trump, this is what I've always said, and I know I played the David Icke COVID-19 thing the other day, but I did say, you know, they put truth in lies and everything. But when she said this is what I always thought about him, because he always slags. I've not seen it on, because I don't follow him on Instagram or whatever he's on, or Twitter or whatever it is, but he always slags him off in his videos, and that's when I watched the COVID-19 one the other day. I didn't watch all of it because I knew he'd start going into the doom and gloom of the New World Order and how this is coming in and 5G, and that's also what I don't like about his channel is, yes, he talks about stuff just like Alex Jones is, but he goes down the doom and gloom timeline, which she talks about, and we are not going on that timeline. So that's just dragging people's energy down again, even though he does put truth in, but he never says anything about Trump. And just like she says here, if he thinks he's all knowing, he'd know Trump was good.
Biggest cheerleader.
You'd think
You
he
would
would
think
be the
that
biggest
because
cheerleader.
He has made millions of dollars exposing these satanic pedophile elites, these global pedophile networks, saying that, you know, awakening the collective consciousness that we are run by all these Satanist pedophiles and exposing them to the public. But finally, we have a president in office and an administration in office that has enough balls to go after these pedophiles.
Yeah.
Okay? Within the first month of Trump being in office, they've arrested more than 1,500 pedophiles, which the mainstream media went quiet about. They've also arrested more than 2,300 pedophiles online downloading explicit images about children being abused. You would think David Icke would be like, yeah, go get them, mate. Go
He's
get
not.
those damn pedophiles. You think he would do that, wouldn't you?
He's
Cheering
not.
on Donald Trump. Cheering on what his administration is doing.
Yeah, Rome is falling. They're all falling. All that side, those soulless people, all falling. This is what the whole cover up behind the viruses of the other side of it is. They're all getting arrested and all that stuff that we know about. So we're just waiting until it comes out to the masses, and then we've got to be the light for the ones who don't understand.
But instead, he relentlessly attacks Donald Trump. Here's one of his attacks, calling Donald Trump stupid. Here's another attack, calling Donald Trump a child. Here's another attack,
Far from
calling Donald
stupid.
Trump a liar, a hypocrite, a psychopath. What's wrong with this picture here? You've made millions of people, millions
Maybe he'll
of
get
dollars
arrested.
exposing these so-called pedophiles, these elites. We finally got a president who's actually going after them, hitting them right in the heart, putting up a border wall along Mexico and U.S., stopping the human trafficking and the children trafficking through that border. And yet
Exactly.
this character, David Icke, instead of cheering him on, he's actually trashing the president. He's actually attacking the president and defaming the president. To me, something's up. It's not adding up. It's not adding up at all. Okay? Here's more proof for you. He calls the president stupid, according to his tweet. Right. This is the same president that has made the deep state look stupid because they
Yeah.
let the deep state run their whole impeachment charade all the way up to the Senate, exposing all of the deep state players in the House, all the deep state players in the corrupt FBI, in the CIA and the DOJ, you know, exposing all these players, and Donald Trump gets acquitted. He also made the deep state look dumb by making everybody believe that he has no interest or he's not in a hurry to sign this first phase agreement with China. And then, voila, he magically signs the deal with the China, and now we have
Well,
a
'cause
deal
we all
that
knew
is
this.
finalized instead of with the first phase with China. Trump is anything but stupid. Okay? This guy is very, very smart, very, very cunning, and he's anything but stupid. He keeps people guessing. He plays a lot of illusion and optics. So for David Icke to
God, I'm going to put this down while she's talking in case she shows anything. But I've said that. He plays the game. That's why everyone says it's theatre. Oh, Trump's this, Trump's that. It's theatre. Well, we know it's theatre and he knows it is, but he keeps them guessing and he plays along with stuff. So that keeps them guessing.
call the POTUS dumb, it's a serious lack of judgment on his part. Okay? Seriously, a lack of good judgment on his part because he's not seeing the evidence. He's seeing
And that's what I'll say to a lot of people who don't like Donald Trump. It's a serious lack of, what did she say?
his own opinions.
Yeah,
And
a serious lack of judgment on some people's parts that you can't see what President Trump is doing. And he obviously can't. And I know people that are like that as well. And it's like, well, if you can't see what's going on, you can't see through the illusion. People go on about the illusion and they can't even see it.
defaming the president because he knows he's going after the deep state and he's winning. Okay? Now, he also calls the president a child in the White House, according to this meme.
A child in the White House.
He's promoting this message that, you know, he's going to start a World War III, he's going to attack, he's going to go into war with Kim.
And I've said before, he's not going to go into war with Kim Jong-un. That happened. They were friends. He wasn't in charge. He set that free. There's people start going on about Iran. That never happened because that was all done ages ago. If you're into Q, you'll know that. It wasn't going to happen anyway. You've got people still talking out there on people's channels. We're going into World War III. Fear, 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 fear. That's not happening.
Jong, you know, President Donald Trump freed Kim Jong from CIA control. Kim Jong and North of Korea was actually under CIA control. And they were using Kim Jong and North of Korea as being aggressors for World War III. The Trump administration was able to
Exactly, Jermaine. They cannot fly out, slow traffic in the sky, some cargo jets around. That's what I mean. People are still regurgitating about the bloody virus and wondering what's going on when some people damn well know what's going on. And I don't know why they're regurgitating everything. We know why the virus is, why they've got us on lockdown now, and why they've stopped the traffic so they can't move about. The virus, those people, the deep state, the people that are involved, the celebrities, all them people that are going down, so they can't move about. If we were all moving about too much, they'd be moving about, they'd be disguising themselves, so everyone's on lockdown. I just don't know what some people don't get, because I'm still seeing people regurgitating this of why. I wonder what's happening. What? People not worked it out yet.
free Kim Jong and North Korea from this manipulation and control. This is why Trump keeps on saying to the public that Kim Jong and him have a special relationship. That's why they're buddies. That's why they write pen letters to each other when they're communicating. That's why they never communicate over the phone, by email, but only through the pen, because they know it's being monitored and tracked. And this is why you see...
Follow the pen and paper, not tracked through how they get into your bloody, internet and stuff.
that there's no
Emails.
World War III with America and North Korea, because the threats of the deep state controlling and manipulating North Korea has been...
Trump is going around the world making deals and keeping the peace on earth, because if you've noticed, for any naysayers that may come in after, there is no wars. They're trying to make you think there is, but there isn't. And ISIS had disappeared. Have you heard of any terror attacks or ISIS or anything like that since he's been in? No, you haven't. Nothing really going on, is there, with all that sort of stuff that you used to hear when Obama was in and the people before?
Moved. We know that because Q has mentioned that in their post as well too. Right here. 29. North Korea not run by Kim. Some things must remain classified to the very end. North Korea
Exactly.
is not being run by Kim.
Nope.
He's an actor in the play. Who is the director? The truth would sound so outrageous most Americans would riot, revolt, reject, etc. The pedo networks are being dismantled. The child abductions for satanic rituals, Haiti and other third world countries are
Haiti.
paused, not terminate until players in custody. We pray every single day for God's guidance and direction as we are truly up against pure evil.
We are. That's why it's
So-
Hold Your Light.
We have their information that, everything is just really a big illusion. What you think you know, and you really don't know because there's so much deceit, lies, and corruption. And this David Icke is one of the biggest deep state players out there. And as you watch the rest of this broadcast, you're gonna slowly see why he is this biggest deep state player. And I enjoy exposing him. I enjoy doing this broadcast because it was a lot of work to put together, find out his research, but it's
And
well
she has
worth it
researched.
because a lot of his followers believe that this guy is one of the good guy, and he ain't. He ain't, mate. Wait till I have more, okay? Now, he goes on to say that President Donald Trump is controlled by the deep state. Really? Is that really the truth? Is that the reason why the deep state's been trying to assassinate him and they've been unsuccessful? There's been at least,
'Cause they
14
can't.
failed attempts already on his life. Not to mention that President Donald Trump has already killed 2 of their biggest players for starting World War III, Qasem Soleimani and al-Baghdadi. Does this sound like a president that's controlled by the deep state that's going to be killing the 2 major pawns?
No. Someone else I know used to say that. Oh, it's owned by the Rothschilds. Oh, the Rothschilds. I don't think so.
That was going to be used to start the World War III? That doesn't sound like to me that he's controlled by the deep state at all. It sounds to me like he's controlling them and he's whooping their butt. That's what it sounds like to me.
Yep.
Okay? Here's another lie. Here's another narrative he likes to tell to his followers that President Donald Trump is owned by Israel. He's a puppet. He's Israel's puppet. He's owned by the Rothschild.
See, they say that he's Israel's puppet. He's owned by the Rothschilds. No, he's not. And that's why I don't go with... I hate people saying he's a puppet because he's not a puppet. Like I said, that means someone else is pulling strings. He's not owned at all. He's not a puppet. He's a patriot.
Really? There's so much evidence that he's not owned by Israel and by the Rothschild that I don't know how he even calls himself the dot connector because you don't even need to be a genius to even see this, okay? I'm going to spell it out for you. Does it sound like someone who is owned by the Rothschild would be on their way of actually dismantling the Federal Reserve, who just appointed Judy Shelton and
I just remember this was a week ago or a few days ago. The Federal Reserve, we know what's going on with the Federal Fed at the minute, but this was not like today.
Wallace to actually restructure the Federal Reserve, to bring back sound money, to bring back the gold standard. This is the last thing that the Rothschild want. You think they want their puppet
And Trump said, well, Q said Israel will be left for last. There's a few things why, but
leader to actually to dissolve the Federal Reserve and bring back real money that's backed by gold? I mean, that's gonna put an end game to their Ponzi money printing scheme, where they can just magically type in numbers into the computer.
That's what they do, numbers.
Make money out of thin air, charge interest on it, and then make the rest of the human population pay off that debt with their income tax. I mean, that will completely put an end game to this whole Ponzi scheme that they've been orchestrating all these years. I mean, this is the last thing that the Rothschild would want. And you think
this is what I've said to people. It's the last thing they'd want, to wake people up and all this stuff, and Trump doing that and Trump doing that, and people still sit there and go, I'm like, oh my God.
he thinks that president, the POTUS, is owned and controlled by Rothschild? Really? Given this kind of evidence that's right, irrefutable, right in front of your face that he's not, he's in control of everything that's going on right now, him and the alliance working together, but David Icke is still pushing this narrative to the YouTube audience, to the Twitter audience, to whoever will listen to him, that he's owned by the same people that own Barack Obama, that own Hillary Clinton, that own Bush and everything. Sure he is. That's why he's dismantling all of their work, undoing all of their plan,
exactly.
bringing back all the manufacturers back to America.
This is where people don't use the noggin and they repeat what the mainstream media say. And I've had people speak to me on the phone and stuff about this, and I'm like, do you not understand? You're not looking. I don't want to look. Oh, right, you don't want to look. You don't want to be wrong, you mean. They're seeing all this go on. They wouldn't put nearly 3 years of this to get people to wake up, because people can see their plan and what they've always done to wake people up. The last thing they want, the Illuminati, deep state, whatever, is for the world to wake up. But they are doing faster and faster now. It's like, oh my God, people, we think that way.
Made new trade agreements, bilateral trade agreements with all these other countries, with Asia.
I don't know what movie you're talking about. If you're talking about the one that I was talking about at the beginning, it is A Wrinkle in Time. It's like Nikola Tesla, and this lady talking now is in chat somewhere off Tapper.
Maybe he's revised the US the NAFTA agreement, now called the USMCA. He's reversing everything that these globalists want in an economy. He's also cut the dependency of America off of the Middle East oil. America now is the biggest producer of oil. So how is he a deep state player?
Boom.
Tell me where's the evidence that he's owned by Israel and by the Rothschild, because I have way more evidence showing that he's not. That he's playing by the books,
when you look,
by what the alliance has set up
self,
with this liberation of the planet. So
liberation.
Bring it on.
As I keep saying,
who like
liberation.
To say that, he's owned by Rothschild, he's one of them. No, you don't have a brain. You're not seeing things properly. You're not thinking clearly. The evidence are way stacked that
Sorry, it's little legs, just making a bit of a noise. He's asleep, but he's got... If anyone saw the picture of him, he's had all his hair shaved off. He hates it. He's had these pyjama things on all day, come back from his dad's, with the hood up, and he won't. And he said, I don't like my hair, because he's got like a skinhead. He went, I don't like it. He doesn't normally have his hair like that because the hairdressers haven't been open. So I've just gone to try and pull it down because he's gone to sleep with it on. And he just went, no, and just pulled it up. But he's asleep. He just doesn't like his hair. He's gone to bed with a hood on. Oh, God, it's funny. Oh, dearie me.
he's working for the alliance. He's doing everything according to
The alliance.
And freeing
And who's part of the
humanity.
alliance?
First, with restructuring the Federal Reserve, they're on the way to actually...
Because don't forget, we've got Q, who's 10, and 3 of a man, and one of them's POTUS. And JFK Jr., we believe, 33 in the house. And another one, and then the others are military. But they're in cahoots with the alliance that have been in since like the 1950s. It's like, who's in the alliance?
making plans to nationalize the Federal Reserve to join it with the Treasury. They're going to be audited soon. Since when has the public in office has had the balls to actually go forward to want to do an audit with the Federal Reserve that has plans, has intentions to do it? Because you know that's going to be coming up next, because with Judy Shelton and Crystal Wallace on being in place and being in charge, they're going to want that, because this corrupt private bank has been operating for way too long with no checks, no balance, with no scrutiny, nothing. Now that's going to change. And still, he wants to push his narrative that Trump is owned by Rothschild. Come on. I'm not buying that. That's just bullocks. Okay? Bullocks. I ain't accepting that. Now,
No. That's what I've
he
always
goes
said.
on to say he calls President Donald Trump a hypocrite, a psychopath, and a liar. Really?
My kind of lady says it like me.
Hypocrite, mate, is who David Icke is. Okay? That's what a hypocrite is, because he goes on to expose these pedophile elites, right? But where does David Icke live? He lives on an island full of pedophiles. You know that, right? He lives on the Isle of Wight, which is an island full of pedophiles. It has 2 jails dedicated solely for housing pedophiles and rapists, for child raping. This is kind of odd that this man makes this amount of money exposing these pedophile elites, and yet he lives on an island full of pedophiles, and they're all Freemasons too, by the way. It doesn't, you don't need to be a genius to connect the dots together. That how could you possibly feel safe living on an island full of Freemasonic pedophiles that are into this kind of stuff, and not have your life threatened, or have your livelihood being attacked? He's pretty much has not been exposed to any opposition, any type of, threat to his livelihood, threat to his life. I mean, the only thing he suffered was that tour that got canceled in Australia. Okay, he lost maybe a couple millions there, but other than that, he's still doing his thing. He's still doing his talks. He's still writing his books. People are still buying all his bullocks, all his BS.
All his
But I ain't
bullocks.
buying it, because I see right through the deception. He ain't one of us. I can tell you that for sure.
He's not.
Now, to me, that's kind of strange, don't you think? That you expose all these pedophiles, all these satanic people and the elite, and then you go live on an island full of them? What the hell is that? What is that all about, David Icke? I mean, that to me doesn't make any sense. There's no logic to that. Honestly, if he was really a threat to the establishment, to the deep state, the first thing they would do is financially attack him. Make sure he will have no means to support himself, to continue his work, to do what he's doing right now. That's the first thing they'll do. The second thing they'll do is, if that's not working fast enough, they'll usually cut the brakes out of his car and then cause a car accident. That's how they usually do it. So it looks like an accident or a suicide or some type of accidental to death. But, people like David Wilcox, Corey Good, that is...
See, my dad's not into David Wilcox or Corey Good. I was a bit like David Wilcox, I don't know. But, don't get me wrong, I watched a bit of him today and I thought, I don't know, because he talks about the alien stuff and all that, but I'm still into that, because I personally, just me saying, personally believe we could have different races and ETs coming from extra land or wherever, because it doesn't even really bother me if they are from above and people are going, well, we haven't really got space. Well, we don't actually know that properly. It's just that NASA lied to what everything is anyway, of what they've tried to project to us what it is. But it could be anything. That's why I said believe in everything and nothing. So who knows? But compared to them two next to each other, at least he does talk about Q and Trump. Guess we'll all find out the truth in the end anyway. But I'd rather speak to Wilcox, I think, than David Icke. But I'm just saying, truth's coming anyways. These people are going down. We'll see who the game players were in this game of life, if you get what I'm saying. So
actually working for the light, working for the lies, they have these type of ordeals to deal with. they have this type of legal battles to deal with. But David Icke, nothing. Twitter following, huge. YouTube following, huge. No censorship, free speech. You can say whatever you want to say. No censorship whatsoever. To me, sounds very odd. Very, very odd. It's not adding up. Now, here's another thing he's promoting to his audience. This transhumanism agenda. This is a big NWO agenda. Huge. Up there with vaccination, up there with being chipped. Way up there. Because they would love everybody.
Anyway, I'm not going to play all of it because you go and check it out yourself, but she was basically saying when he starts going on about the microchipping and human trans, all that sort of stuff, and, you know, with the microchips and making you into robots and AI, and like he talks about that because yes, that is what they wanted to do. Like Chinaman people have got chips in them, but that's a way of controlling you. When people think it's trendy, oh yeah, I'm gonna have a chip in me, and yeah, and you won't be able to get in your house and you won't be able to get in the car, and they'll just press the button. He does talk about that, and we knew that's what they were trying to push. That's why people believe him. But at the end of the day, he talks about that a lot as, oh, this is happening and this is what, and to me, that's the fear mongering bit of it. No, it's not going to happen. That's not on the timeline run now. So please check her out. The links are in chat. And the only other thing I want to say before I go is, there was a few other things I wanted to say, but I can't remember. I don't write it down. T. Taylor, the lovely, lovely T. Taylor, because we had Laura Whitworth last night, and I watched the end of that Laura Whitworth today. She was saying, we are the ones that came here to shine our light. This is what the time we were waiting for. People might think this is weird, but I don't. I think I'm one of them, as a lot of you in chat are, because people in the past knew there was something wrong. That's why I said there's waves of people. I did that in my QHH session, which she does, but Shane of Unbiased on the Fence did mine. And I talk about waves in that all the time, and a wave of energy at the end of, we were putting this positive energy out to the universe. Some people might say it's mad, but I don't, because I'm into all that and believe in it and see energies and stuff now anyway. Of the whole thing of, we were right here at this time to be doing what we're doing right now, which is not just talking about Q and that, is to be the light in the dark, to help people. So I watched the end of Laura Whitworth. So when people say starseeds, light workers, so that we were here to do this because there's people who can't stand up, won't stand up, won't shine the light because they're in fear, because they've forgotten who they are. They forgot they were source. They forgot you are the light. That's why I said the other day when I was trying to show me twinkly fingers, you can see we're light particles. We are the light. We're from source. We are the light. We are the gods. We have God within us. We are God's source. We are powerful God beings as well. Mini ones, micro, macro. But we are the ones, and the ones that can stand up in the light in no fear will stand up and help the others, which is what we're doing. And there's a lot of you in chat as well, even if you don't know it. And then T. Taylor's just put a video out that I'm going to go and relax to after this because I just saw the bit of it. And she said, we're the wild cards. We are the wild cards. Forgot about us, didn't they, the wild cards? So I'm going to listen to it. So please listen to T. Taylor. And there was a song up called Warriors. We were born for this. We are the wild cards. And it was great. I was dancing to it. I was like, yeah, ooh, ooh, ooh. You want to dance to it? And then there was a few things in it, like quotes that said, light equals life. When we bring more light into the body, then we have a greater life force. They don't want you to bring light in the body. They want you to bring dark in the body. Everyone possesses a spark of the source. Everyone does, because we come from source. But I'm going to try and find the song and read it out to you because I can't play it. And I don't know what tune it is, but it was great. And I'm well going to go and dance to it after. I was like, dun, 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 because it's really good. So it was. And I haven't listened to T. Taylor for a bit, so I'm going to go and enjoy Brew and listen to the lovely T. Taylor. Goes on about crystalline DNA activation. If you're into all that, great. If you're not, well, you might learn something else. Yeah, you get shiny skin. DNA upgrade. It's the higher level of consciousness we're going to. 5D. I think it was called. Might be. I don't know if it's. Don't know. don't know. I don't know who sang it. Oh God, where's it from? So let me check a channel and I might be able to find the... What to read it out, maybe it hasn't got one. T. Taylor. It's entitled We Will Stand Strong, which we are doing. I think it was a week ago. Was that? Yeah, it was a week ago. But I'm going to go and look at it. I'm just going to see if she's got the song on there. Song Born for This. Oh my God, it's so good. Right, now I know what it is. I think it's Born for This. It's brilliant. Born for This lyrics. Born for This. If anyone knows it. Born for This lyrics. Right, here it is. Born for This. I think it is. Yeah, it's this. I'm checking my vital signs, drawing my battle lines, going to war again, feeling the rhythm inside me, of my chest. All I need is just a pen. I know I was born for this. I know I was born for this. Don't care for the critics. My words are like physics, a force they can't stop. They just don't get it. I think they forgot. I'm not done till I'm on top. I know I was born for this. I know I was born for this, but you need to listen to it. It's at the beginning of a channel. It's brilliant, the one she's recently done. I believe we can write our story. I believe we can write. We can be an army. We are the warriors who learn to love the pain. We come from different places, but we have the same name because we were born for this. We are the broken ones who chose to spark a flame. Watch as our flame rages, our hearts are never tame. I'm getting tingles in the head now. Because we were born for this. We were born for this. I've struggled for years and through all the tears, I faced the doubts I hid. I never gave in to my fears deep within because I heard my voice inside. I know I was born for this. I knew I was born for this. I believe we can write our story. I believe we can be an army. We are the warriors who learn to love the pain. We came from different places, but we have the same name. We have the same name because we were born for this. We were born for this. We are the broken ones who chose to spark the flame. Watch our fire rage, our hearts are never tame. And then we were born for this, These words that I write are for someone like me to know. These words that I write are for someone like me to know you're not alone. That moves, that make, they come with mistakes. Don't ever lose your hope. Just know you were born for this, We are the warriors who learn to love the pain. We came from different places, but we have the same name. It was just dead good with the music on it and everyone you listen to is like, yes, get in that zone, get in that vibration. Oh my God. And then I can fast forward to where she was speaking. But I am going to go and enjoy it and listen to the lovely T. Taylor. So... It's still playing. I think she has a bit of a chat somewhere through it. Hang on. But we are the wild cards.
There just couldn't be anything more important than that.
There is an awakening going on.
Everybody has to have do that as trees. Luckily for them, though, we went and almost drove many of us insane. But the inspiration at that point, time, that we can to shine brightly so that
this is what we came to do.
Despite what we're seeing, that we remain the calm in the storm, that we do the best that we can to shine brightly so that we can be there and help other people during this very chaotic and trying time. Because it sure isn't easy for those just awakening during all of this chaos. When most of us awakened, we didn't have this giant threat looming over us, and it was hard enough to see what had been. So when we get into that, people awakening now are having a much more difficult time. It's just very, very frightening for them. And as we go through it, there's multiple stages of consciousness. You know, we have life happens to me, then it's life happens by me, then it's life happens through me, and then the ultimate stage is life happens as me, because there's no separation at that point. But that takes time. That is not something that happens overnight.
And if you think about it, some of the Illuminati pyramids, it doesn't mean a pyramid symbol is bad. Sometimes the top of the pyramid, like say that bit there like that, but that's just a diagram showing you something else, is separate with the eye. We're separate because they think they're separate. We're not. That piece should be connected as a whole.
Us have had the opportunity to be in this process of awakening, and we've been able to do it in stages, in bits and pieces.
Waves.
And that was difficult enough and almost drove many of us insane. But those awakening now are awakening at much more intense rates, at much faster speeds, with much more intensity involved, and that is not easy. Like I said, it almost drove many of us crazy, and luckily for them, though, we went before. We've kind of carved a path for them. It's a lot like going through a forest. And
like I said the other day, she said carved a path. I said we're being the light. So when we shine the light on that path, people don't trip over as much as we did, because they can see a little bit of light on the path, so they can follow that little bit of light. But they have to do the work themselves, because you can't cheat the test. You can't cheat it, because all this stuff, I'm going to let you listen to that yourself, because I'm going to go and listen to it now. I've said before, it's an initiation that we're going through as well, and everyone gets on this path at some point, and more getting onto it now, and this is the pinnacle anyway. The others will just wake up as well. But when you shine your light, people can see. They're not going to fall on the path as much as we did. You know, it's going to be a little bit, well, it's still harder, because like I said, we didn't wake up in this, what's going on now. But if we shine our lights on that path, it's going to be a lot easier for them to see, and to see where the light leads. Because I believe the light leads at the end of this is going home, back to yourself, back to source, back to that higher consciousness of love, which is source, which is heaven on earth, which is peace on earth, which is a higher level of consciousness. When we say 3D, that's people who are in the 3D that are oblivious to any of this. They're oblivious to the mainstream media lying. They think everything's like, they're confused. They don't understand why, because they know innately inside that something's off. Because this is why they get anxiety and stuff, because they're listening to too much shit in the 3D. Then you go to 4D, 5D, is levels of consciousness, and that is what we're going through right now. And I believe that we just keep growing in levels of consciousness, but what is behind it all is the spiritual side of source, and how we communicate and connect and all that with different dimensions. I believe in all that, because I know there's things going on within me. Like I say, it's my experiences. That's one of the biggest truth you'll ever get, and the biggest facts you'll ever get within you. Doesn't matter what anyone else says, your truth is your truth. But we all know something's going on. You've got stars shining so brightly, you've got Venus shining down, like they're communicating. The light orbs, if you see them, or you video them and you're seeing them and you're experiencing it, you know it's a lot stronger. Your etheric aura is a lot stronger. Mine is. You can see it on videos sometimes. For the people who say, someone said the other day about, oh, I need to see them without the camera. You pick them up all in the camera because of the light activated, but also you do see them in the corner of your eyes, and you do see them, I do see them now and again without a camera. But it's getting stronger and stronger. So I know stronger energies that are coming in, and the good energies, the light energies, they're not the dark energies, like what I said in the film A Wrinkle of Time. This is why everybody has got to get in a higher vibration of consciousness and a frequency, like Tesla said, of love, of stand in your faith, stand in your light, be the light, be the beacon. Because if you're not, and you fall into darkness and despair and fear, the dark will set in. That's a nothingness. That is the it, and it is quite strong. It's easy to get angry, and you know, as long as you snap out of it and get mad and stay in that dark place. But once you've hit rock bottom, you can only go to the top. So this is why it's so important right now for you lot in chat to be the light, just to hold it when these people fall and start waking up. So if you're the light and they see you happy and you're quite calm, you know, the eye in the storm that I've said as well, they're going to look at you and go, oh, well, you seem all right, so what's that all about? And they're going to ask you. We all know now, really, with the whole red pilling thing, you can't do much of it because people just need to come to it with it. It's their choice to take the red pill or blue pill. And when they do, they will come and ask. I see auras in front of me, but I have to really... Yeah, you have to focus. I can see them. You have to focus. Reconnecting. We are reconnecting. Trying to take me off then. With the help of your camera, you do see it around you. I see like purpley, violet-y, yeah, colours. So I can't remember what else I was going to talk about because I've got carried away on Facebook. But you know what I'm saying? We are the light, and this is the time right now, and beautiful things are coming. We've got to go through it. But we all know there's something behind it all, and even behind the Q, and even behind the Trump, and even behind that, there's more things with an alliance thing that's going on, and all that sort of good stuff. So I can't even sleep at night, not because I'm thinking, oh my God, I'm in fear, just a pure excitement. Like, I also did a meditation of Magic Star Healing, which I will chuck out. Yes, you can make a coffee donation if you want, if you'd like to. It is in chat. Magic Star Healing, so funny. It's a guy that I used to watch ages ago and I watch now and again, and he actually came to Manchester, a place near me, not a cathedral, a church place to do stuff, and I just thought, I did one of his meditations today and it was ace, and I haven't drawn it out because I normally draw my meditations out, but I will give it you because you might enjoy it. It was a really nice meditation to do. I should have done it at 3 o'clock today as well, but it's 30 days, but I'll do it tomorrow because I did do it today. Got a bit disrupted with Finn, so it's not easy for me to do him in the day. But he did is to pump that energy out. So if you want to help pump that energy out, Magic Star Healing it's called, and it's Jerry, and I've been watching Jerry for a bit on and off, and I went to do one of his meditations. It was 12 hours ago, and it's called Guided Meditation in Healing Earth. He does a lot of light language and goes on about all sorts of different stuff. But there he is. But that was part of the meditation because I nearly got to the end of it.
Vibrate in this space,
I did do it and just came to the end, and that's when Finn walked in on me. But it's just a meditation, a guided meditation that you might like. Healing Earth's Children, Cosmic Invitation, and Light Body Merkaba Love Upgrade. It's really good, so I'll be doing that again tomorrow. When I did this meditation, I saw the blue light that we talked about, the Merkaba, all the energy was talking about, and then I just saw this it looked like a Tesla tower, and that's what was making me laugh because it was like a point, and then a circle of energy just going around like that, emitting everywhere, like what I think a Tesla tower would do. And I was just like, wow. So I'll definitely be doing that again tomorrow, pumping that good ass energy out. So please check out Magic Star Healing. He's a wonderful guy. He works with energies and light language. If you don't know about light language, you might do when you go and see, if you pop over to that channel. Did you see where President Trump said he'd been talking to someone not from this particular world? When was it recent? I can't remember, but I remember seeing them FR thingy planes that looked like they had light beams in them because there was just pure light in it. And it wasn't light shining through the window, if anyone remembers ages ago. And I was like, what the hell? But then again, the story goes, there was a president that met with an ET, and then there was a whole story with underneath is supposed to be where a guy came from Venus called Valiant Thor, if anyone knows all that story. I'm open to anything, me. Absolutely open to anything, because none of us can really say yes or no. Even when people say, well, we know we've got alien technology, but is the military? Well, yeah, we know the military have got it. We know we can make that sort of stuff, like what Tesla brought in. But I do believe there's other things as well, because the universe is massive, and I don't poo-hoo anything. That's why if anything comes out, I'm not going to be particularly massively surprised, even though it'd be ace, because there's so many weird things going on that I see now. So a lot of naysayers may say that, but guess we'll find out in the end. A lot of disclosure is going to come within ourselves. So there's that. Also, Oh, that's nice that a show's gone on with that and they've took someone out of the picture. Very nice. Right. Funny. Where is it now? Oh, JFK Jr.'s first major speech. Oh, that's just popped up.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
And you can tell his energy, good guy.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
His sister, Caroline, is watching at home in New York, where she's celebrating her husband's birthday and tending to their new baby daughter.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Over a quarter century ago, my father stood before you to accept the nomination for the presidency of the United States. So many of you came into public service because of him. In a very real sense, because of you, he is with us still. And for that, I'm grateful to all of you. I owe a special debt to the man his nephews and nieces call Teddy. Not just because of what he means to me personally, but because of the causes he has carried on.
Now, what you might not have heard there, because my brain just went off again, is he said Teddy. If you watch the Christmas Chronicles on Netflix, which is a Q film, if you know about Q, you'll see everything in it. The little boy, his nickname's called Teddy, and she's called Cat, because they used to call each other by nicknames. Just saying. Anyway, that was on a channel called Jim Heath, but that was just in front of my face, so I thought I'd just throw it out there. Also, oh, I can't wait. I can't wait. We all know who has family called Teddy. So, yeah, if you haven't seen Christmas Chronicles on Netflix, you need to go and watch it. And you'll see all of it. Well, you should do. If you've been into Q for a bit, you'll see all the things in it of a Santa's sleigh turning into a boat, because they have a boat, and then it turned into a plane and it crashed, because that's what happened to JFK Jr. But then Santa got up because obviously he wasn't dead. You can see it all in there. You can see it all in there. It's brilliant. All the time, going back in time, everything. Not spoiling it if you haven't seen it, but it's great. That's what a lot of people don't know. It is a Q film. I don't know what I'm looking at here. What am I doing? Oh, yeah. So, I'm just checking something because... Right. Someone was asking about this cushion now. I'm making another cushion for someone. So, this cushion's actually for sale. Someone was asking about it, but they haven't got back to say if they definitely want it. So, I'm just putting it up here because, you know... Where else am I going to put it? So, this pink one... It's pink and it's a bit darker on that side because that's the bottom side, and that's the other side. The person's just saying. So I'll find out if this person wants it now. If she's on there, she might be listening here. If she does, she does. If she doesn't, I'm just showing you anyway. But I am making these, and I'm making another one up for someone when I've got the material in. But I think I found some material for the other one, because the shops are closed where I source from. But just in case anyone's ever interested, these are Floor cushions, I use them for meditating. I've got one of my own, but you can use them for floor cushions. Cushions, I put them behind back in the garden, on the floor, whatever, because the floor cushions. But I call them meditating floor cushions because that's what I use them for. They are quite. I was going to do 2 sizes. The other lady's having a bigger one, but they are going to be roughly this size because they do take a long time, and just for the people who are interested. And they're all handmade, hand-stitched, handmade, and they do take quite a bit of time to do. But yeah, yes, okay. Right, I think that one's gone. I think it's sold. So there you go. Because I was just speaking to the person then on Facebook. So, but if anyone's interested, just let me know. You can get hold of me on Instagram, Dolly Daydream. You should find me over there. Yeah, they are nice. I'm making some more for myself as well because they look nice in your garden for summer as well, on your patio. And they're just nice little, and you can stack a few on top of each other, like if you had friends round and you were sat on them, or you want them in your garden and the kids or whatever, just chucking it out there. Your lovely earrings you make, is that the part that goes in the sterling silver? No, it's not sterling silver, but I think, Rachel, you asked me because I still haven't forgot about the earrings, but I can get sterling silver parts to put in. I think I've got one set at the minute, which was Rachel's, because I know you asked me ages ago. But I will be making some more earrings up, but you normally have to ask for that because obviously there'll be a bit more money, but yeah, so I'm going to go and chill out, listen to T. Taylor, and then I'm going to go off to bed because I didn't realise it was late before, and it's a little bit later now. Did I make you earrings, Rachel? I can't remember. No, I did, didn't I? Did I? I can't remember what am I waffling on about. Did I make you earrings? Did I? Did I know what day? I don't even know what year we're in anymore. What is time? I did, didn't I? Yeah, what were which ones were they like? I can't remember. Oh, God, yeah, I did with bracelet. Yeah, I did, didn't I? Yeah, I'm half asleep. Yeah, so anyway, I'm going to go, because I forgot what I was going to come and say, really. But yeah, Tesla Power, free energy, it's all coming. I'm very, very, very excited. Just about everything. I'm even excited about people waking up, even though some people are going to wake up in a bit of... But I'm excited for Earth. I'm excited for everyone on it, even though they're going to go through a bit of pain. But you got to get through that, like we all did. They hopefully won't go as much as we did, but we are the little light beings. We are shining our light. We did come in at this time, us lot, in different waves from different, when we were born, of ages, the time we were born, to come in to do this, to be here right now, to hold the light, because they needed strong people to hold the light. And that's why I say I won't let go of this until I'm proven wrong with it. And I've never felt I have been. Even beyond that, beyond the veil, is something totally different. Nothing to do with all this. More to do with the spiritual side of everything. Connecting together. So I can't wait. Things are happening as we speak. Things have been happening since we speak. We're just not seeing it all properly. But we are going to start seeing the truth anyway. You can feel it. And it's not the timeline of Nostradamus. And it's not the timeline of the New World Order, because that's been broken down. To be on the timeline, you've got to stay in positivity and pump that vibration up, because that's what we're doing. We're on a different timeline now, and I won't have it. Yeah, get your popcorn out. I know I need to go and buy some quickly, because before everyone gets on the gist, and then there'll be no popcorn like there was no toilet roll. So, yeah, so vibe up. So I've started the next one. My little cushion. Thanks everyone, great chat, really nice group. Yeah, they are in a lovely group of people. We don't really seem to get any trolls in now. That's all gone, isn't it? Have they all been arrested? You'll find if you come in, the chat's beautiful. We'll get the odds, now and again, but that's all right, as long as they're not being, nasty. But, we're all, you don't have to be into everything I'm into, but the frequency and the positive energy is what it's all about, and to show people it's not all scary. We're all doing it together. We're all in it together. All of us worldwide, because we know everyone's going through this, but this is why I'm on it, to just say it's okay and things are going to work out. We'll get through it together. Believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. Just believe in yourself. And don't let anyone tell you what you are or what you aren't. So put me down for, yeah, I'll have to start making some up because I put some bits together, but I've not attached stuff. Might have a go tomorrow because I've been, I don't know what I've been doing today. I just don't know where the time's gone. Just in a parallel universe, like I said, it's all, where we go when we go on. It is separating, just like Laura Whitworth said, it is separating. It's so, the polarity at the minute is unbelievable. It's so unbelievable. You know, and it'll pull back together again, but the polarity of people pulling apart, I've had to distance myself. It's funny, isn't it? They're going on about distancing with the virus, but people have had to distance from people because they can't hold vibrations of what's going on or what people might be saying, and you're just like, oh, I can't stand in that vibration at the minute. Like I said to someone the other day, I had to delete off my phone. It's not because I hate this person, I just can't be doing with their energy, so I just can't. I can't be around. It doesn't mean you're not liking people. It's just that energy of whatever is just like, oh my God. So I had to get rid of this person and thought, no, I just can't even, I can't speak to this person. So, yeah, keep vibing high. That's what I always say. Keep vibing high. Keep your vibrations high. As soon as you feel yourself going down, find somewhere, something to do that boosts you back up and sends your light back up. And I'll just do a card because I did some on Facebook. But I'll just do one and then I'm going because I'm tired. But in a good way, tired. Yeah, you want extra vibrations on yours. I will. Good vibrations. I can hear you, Jack. Jack's shouting at me now. He's like, oh, get me in here. He's been tweeting a lot. I mean, he tweets a lot anyway. But, oh, right, that was me not concentrating there. Didn't jump out. The Believe song. There was a song off, oh God, there was, I don't know. You might have to go back to the chat because I can't even think, I'm too tired. There was one on T. Taylor's, The Wild Cards, and then there was one off the soundtrack, A Wrinkle in Time. Oh, that just flipped. Your energy takes my breath away, creating, researching and being a mum you are. Oh, thank you, Verse Right, it was so nice. Oh, see, we all are. Don't tell me this has got 7 on it. It's got 7 on it. Rachel Pixie, you were on Facebook before, and the first card that came out had 7 on it, didn't it? Protection. Call back your power. Cut the cords. Soul retrieval. What was I saying before on Facebook, Rachel? I said you've got to cut the cords, like I keep saying, unload all that baggage. Take back your power, because that's what we're doing. When you're in fear, anyone who's regurgitating the news constantly and going on constantly is in fear. They're in the 3D. They're in the 3D. You've got to come away from it and start lifting to 40 to 50. Coming away from that is higher consciousness we're supposed to be going. You're supposed to get rid of all that and leaving it. Because when people stop talking about that, it's going to stop feeding the dark. Cut the cords, soul retrieval. You are retrieving your soul back. Soul connection to source in your solar system, your little solar system, and it's got 7 women on it. So, you know, and they're doing this like blocking, you know, as if you like pushing the dark away, like blocking, protecting themselves. And I was talking about Trump before being protected, but he's insulated. Call back your power, cut the cords, and you'll get soul retrieval. That is what we're doing right now. Soul retrieval. So yay, I'm gonna leave that card out, because that's what I do. I leave the cards out for a little bit. Yes, so I hope it'll give you a bit of a boost, because that's what I just believe I'm here for, to give a bit of boost in these times and to get people to get on the spiritual path, because that's where it all leads to in the end, even after all this. That's the thing that they've been hiding. Yeah, protection from the virus too. Yeah, if you're vibing up more, I know it sounds mad, in your vibration, it will protect you. And like I said before, they've been going on about 5G again. I've been saying for ages, it's not that strong. If they ever switch to flip it, they will, and they will have done. So that's why I'm not in favour about that. And I've said that ages ago, and people have been talking about it today, and I'm like, oh my God, I was talking about that ages ago. It's like, you know, Tesla power. Tesla power can be switched on or switched off, or it's switched off and wasn't used, or switched on to harm people, so you can switch it on for humanity. Everything's getting swapped over and reversed, so we all know that. So still there's people going on about regurgitating, worrying about it. It's like, stop being in fear have a bit of faith and have it in yourself as well. Candice, that ain't gonna happen. That ain't gonna happen. Honestly, that's the fear mongering. That ain't gonna happen. Believe it. It's not gonna happen. Believe in it. But get that out before that happens. That's all fear mongering. So people will kick off, and you'll see videos of people. They're just videos. Where are these videos from? You know, they're going on about hospitals full of people. People can go in hospitals. They're not full of people. They're not full of people standing outside getting tested. They're not. You know what I mean? So just don't feed into all the crap, because it just brings you down. Like I said. So yeah, it's in the middle of your head with a third eye. So yeah, just keep vibing, people. You know, I keep saying I'll go and rest, but you know I'll bloody come on, because I have to come on when I come on, and I feel pushed to come on from, obviously, source, innit? So, you know, where we go one week go all. What day is it tomorrow? I don't even know what day it is. Is anyone like this? I don't know what the time is. I don't know what year it is. I don't know. Oh, it's the 30th. Is it the 31st and then April Fool's Day? Fool on them. Fool on them. We know what the Fool's card stands for in the tarot, so they thought Trump was a fool. They thought we were all fools, didn't they? But we're the wild cards. They forgot about the wild cards, didn't they? Little white warriors that we all are. So anyway, nice to see you all, and I'll most likely see you tomorrow. I'm gonna try and not come on. I'm gonna try and rest, but we'll just see what happens. I'm gonna try another day off. Yeah, so hugs to all, and I'll see you very soon. Bye.